Welcome to Bank on Her. I'm Mackenzie Conklin, and I teach you how to make confidence a strength in and out of your business so you can build self-made wealth and unrealistic success on your terms. I've gone from defeatingly low self-worth to a multiple six-figure entrepreneur by learning how to bank on myself, and I believe you can do it too. Listen to find out how. Hey, welcome back to the channel. I am so excited for you guys to listen to this one. This episode is the client panel that we just had on the Bank on Yourself, How to Hit Any Life or Business Goal free workshop. You can actually catch the replay. I put the YouTube video in the show notes, so you can go there. But this episode is just the panel, and you'll get to hear all sorts of questions that they answer. We had clients who have been in my world for, oh my gosh, a year and a half, almost 2 years, I think 2 years, all the way to clients who have only been in my world about 3 months, and all of which who have been in Unlimited. And so you'll get to hear what they were struggling with before Unlimited. You'll get to hear the kinds of growth that they've had inside, what they really advise to anyone who wants to go after their audacious goals, and then what they'd say to anyone considering joining Unlimited. So you can listen in here, and it was just really beautiful. I was blown away by how many people not only did we have on the workshop, but how every single person pretty much stayed the entire 2.5 hours. Now, this episode is not 2.5 hours. The client panel is short, cute, sweet, and everyone really, really loved it. And so I'm so excited for you to hear it. And if you have not heard or you're unfamiliar, Unlimited is my signature program for ambitious women and female founders ready to build audacious self-belief and the skills to create their version of unrealistic success on repeat. It is known for being the only program of its size with about 25 people in the past who have created over 600 wins, and I swear I have 600 more sitting in my phone. We produce about 100 wins on average a month, usually a little higher, and I'm 6 months behind in wins, so it means we're really probably well over 1,000 wins, and it's the only program you can find that really has that magnitude of success. You'll see in all, if you go to the Instagram highlights that I have, it's all just client wins and sharing, and it comes from every single client, which I think is so unique and special and just makes everyone build their self-belief even more. And we're known for 100% success rate of getting women emotionally and financially richer. And that is just the best. It's so nice to know that you can enter a space where everyone succeeds, everyone makes more money, everyone walks away more confident. It's just really, really beautiful. And we have countless unrealistic success stories. And so it is now, for the first time ever, a year-long program. And so if you've been eyeing it, now is the time to join. This is probably the last round it will be at this current price point. And so if you've been eyeing Unlimited a couple rounds, if you're new to my world and feel so pulled to this podcast, so pulled to what I share, and you really, really love what you're about to hear from my clients, definitely join this round. So if you either enroll directly or book a sales call with me before July 13th, so tomorrow by the time this podcast comes out, 11:59 p.m. EST. If you join or book a call before then, you will also receive a 2-hour VIP intensive with me where you and me will just sit for 2 hours chatting, coaching, making sure you have confident marketing approaches in place, and really just set up to feel the most emotionally and financially rich possible. And so again, it's only if you join directly or enroll and or book your sales call before 11:59 p.m. EST, July 13th. The doors will be closing July 25th, so make sure you get in way before then. We always sell out the first week, so if this is a program that you're eyeing, I really hope you join. I would love to get on a call and chat with you. No pressure at all, just to get to know you and see if this could be the best for you. And without further ado, let's get straight into the client panel.
Let's get the client panel up here. And so my goal with this is I want you guys to hear from clients who are in Unlimited, who have done this, because it's great to hear from me, right? It's fun, but hearing from them is oftentimes even more special because they have their own takes, they have their own differences and goals and all of the things. And so the client panel will probably just be, 10 minutes, not very long, but I just want you guys to hear from them and see all the things of people who also thought it couldn't be them and who have now seen that it can be. And we have people on the panel who have worked with me for a very long time, people who have joined Unlimited and been in it for just 6 months now, and then people who joined just a couple months ago. And so you'll kind of get to hear from a little bit of everyone. But okay, I think my team will tag people. Nick, are you doing that? I don't know if you are. It's okay. Okay, but I can just go off the list in the meantime. So we have here with us, we have Steph, Danielle, Beth, Destiny, and Ailey. And so Steph, why don't you start and everyone can just introduce yourself, who you are, what do you do, and are you newer in Unlimited or have you been in Unlimited for the 6 months?
Sounds good. Hey, everybody. My name is Steph. I'm a leadership and visibility coach. I've been working with Mackenzie since January. So it's been like just over 6 months inside Unlimited, and I'm freaking loving it. I can't wait to answer questions, share my story, and whatever I love, which is basically everything.
Amazing. Thanks. Okay, Danielle, how about you?
Hi, I am Danielle. I'm currently driving. So if I'm not paying attention to you, it's not that I'm not paying attention to you. It's just that I'm paying attention to my life more because I'm choosing myself. I own a pet care business and a life coaching business, and I have been in Unlimited for about 6 months, and I freaking love it.
Okay, Danielle, if you need to drive, you can drive too.
I'm going to be home in like 30 seconds. It's fine.
Okay. Beth, why don't you introduce yourself?
Okay, so I'm Beth. I'm starting my own first school. I'm going to homeschool other people's kids from my house, and we open in the middle of August, so that's crazy. But I have been a client of Mackenzie's for a long time now. We did one-to-one, and then I've been in Unlimited for 6 months. So it's been very fun, and I'm excited to talk to y'all today.
Love that. Destiny?
Hi, y'all. So I'm Destiny. I'm a community and clarity coach. I love to help CEOs, primarily coaches and service providers, with building wildly successful and sustainable businesses their way. And by being in a part of Unlimited, I actually figured out that that's what I love to do. So wink, wink there. But I joined this last round of Unlimited, and I was the legit last person. So you're going to want to hear what I say to these questions, because you could be feeling the feelings that I felt. But yeah, hi y'all.
I love that. And then Ailey, how are you?
Hi everyone, I'm Ailey. I'm a trauma-informed well-being coach for high achievers and highly sensitive people. I joined Unlimited in the last round as well, so 3 months ago. And I'm so excited to just rave about it. I literally said to Mackenzie, I rave to everybody about Unlimited, so to actually do it in a concentrated setting makes so much sense. So yeah.
Okay, amazing. Thank you all. Okay, so first question, let's just have Steph, Destiny, Ailey answer. What were you guys struggling with before Unlimited?
For me, it's a little bit of everything, from believing myself, feeling unworthy, but mostly it's feeling consistently good with my confidence. I would go from feeling such a freaking badass, holy shit, confidence is literally my skill, to feeling crippling, stuck, I basically suck, I'm not enough, I need to stop, right? I clearly can't hit any of my goals. And that was just, I mean, the question is, what are you struggling with? So I won't go too much into the transformation, but it was causing so much whiplash. And just through Unlimited, it's been amazing to be able to minimize that gap. So it's not as overwhelming. It doesn't leave you stuck, and you can actually go after your goals and just your life, business, whatever it is that you want.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Destiny, how about you?
Yeah. So when I first joined, I was running on E. If y'all see my energy now, I can show up in this way, but I did not feel safe resting. I did not feel safe recharging. And I also I was making legit 0 sales despite constantly launching, but despite showing up with all that energy, because I was so focused on doing more and never feeling like what I was doing was enough, or never feeling like how I was showing up was enough. Even though everyone around me would be like, Destiny, I love your energy. You're so special. You're so amazing. I was like, yeah, cool. But not yet. And so I only ever focused on the strategy, and I always put myself in places where someone would give me tough love, tell me what to do, because that was what I was used to and what I grew up knowing. So that was me before Unlimited. Thank God that's not me now. But anyway, we'll get into that later.
Okay, thank you. Ailey, how about you?
I was shooting so hard on myself. Like when you were talking about that at one point in the slides, I was like, yeah, that was 100% me. Like I had every business strategy that was like, you need to do this to be successful. And I didn't feel aligned to like any of it. Like I was so in other people, like trusting other people and trusting what other people had to say. And I just turned my back on like what I'm naturally like, what I enjoy and what I'm good at. And I think that was like such a huge thing for me. I was also just really struggling because of that to show up. So social media was just a pure pain. There was no joy, no nothing. So yeah, that's what I was really struggling with.
Okay. Thank you for sharing, you guys. Okay, so it seems like some of you guys might relate to where they were at. Okay, let's just answer best part of Unlimited. Danny, it looks like Danielle. I always write down Danny for your name, sorry. What is the best part of Unlimited?
Okay, so both of my answers are going to be along the same lines to both of my questions, but literally everything. Like the way Mackenzie's able to see me and coach me and support me is literally something I've never even seen before. And she's able to do it to every single one of her clients. And it's just literally a joy to witness. And also the community. Like I can list out every single person's name inside of the community, and there's a lot of women inside, and I've made so many genuine like lifelong friendships. I can't even begin to explain how rich my life is now in friendships because of Unlimited. So like literally everything.
I love that. Thank you. Okay, Ailey, do you want to go next?
Sure. I think one thing that maybe isn't talked about enough is just like the diversity of Mackenzie's coaching. Like she really will help you with, you know, feeling safe, with marketing, with showing up, like with confidence. Like there's so many aspects that I think, you know, there really isn't anything that you can't bring to Unlimited. And I think that's something that's so, so special, because at the end of the day, like the whole work life, like separation is not a thing. So if you're struggling in one area, it's still going to affect you and, you know, whatever your goals are. And I think that's so incredible. And yeah, community is huge. You know, I literally tell people so often when they turn up, I'm like, my day is just better because you showed up to a call today. Like I literally message this like all the time to people. I'm like, you know, your smile is just like making my day. So yeah, the community is incredible. And I think also just that you really can feel the community in whatever way works for you. Like some people absolutely love Slack and like love messages. Some people love hopping on Zooms and calls, and like all of that happens within Unlimited, not just within, you know, the like scheduled things, but like people are always having like wine dates and just like so much fun. And I think that's so special too.
I love that. And thank you. Okay. Destiny, what about you? What's your favorite part?
Yeah, so let me know in the chat if y'all identify as like the strong friend. So I'm the one who is like always there for everyone, who will like cry alone so I don't burden my loved ones. But I felt so safe to like get emotional, share my deepest fears. I might get emotional now. Awkward. And actually work through it all because of the powerful coaching. Like if you thought that you've experienced coaching before this, you haven't. I don't know what Mackenzie's doing, if she's sprinkling crack into like the Unlimited curriculum, but like it is unmatched, the level of service, the level of emotional and mental ways that I've been able to open up. And so that's for sure been my favorite part, the coaching and just actually really having a support system to lean on for the first time ever in business at this level.
I love that.
I'm also such a better coach also. Like I'm such a better coach as a result of witnessing Mackenzie's coaching. And I also realized that like I'm actually really gifted at coaching and was just really scared to do it and didn't know how to do it. So yeah.
I had to mute myself because I was laughing at your crack moment. Next question. What's the most beautiful, exciting growth you've had Unlimited towards your goals, life, business, whatever? Let's have Beth, Steph, and Mick answer. So Beth, do you want to go first?
Sure. So I would say two have been my most beautiful like growth. First of all, in business, like just starting my schools, I was literally, I forget who said it earlier, but like the poster child, I think it was Michaela. I was like the poster child for like, oh, it's not time yet. Like it'll just be later. Like I kept saying like 10 years was going to be when my schools went, like once I had kids, homeschooled them. And then I was like, okay, now I can do it. But like, I was a teacher for 5 years. I have a master's in like curriculum and instruction. And Mackenzie was like, excuse me, like, why does this have to be a 10-year thing? And I was like, okay. And so now it's like a year later and here they are opening. So that's a lot of fun. But I would also say personally, this is something I'm going to tell a little short story because like that's my favorite thing in the world. But like last week I went on vacation and my mom is just, she's a lot sometimes. And she definitely just puts me in a different persona sometimes.
Oh no, I lost Beth. Sorry, Beth. Steph. We'll go back to Beth.
Sounds good.
Beth is back.
She's back.
I think I'm back. Sorry. Anyways, I went on vacation and like my mom will just like bring me out of myself very quickly. And like I just am shocked by how much quicker I get back to myself, like by how much I feel like okay being with myself, even after like something really triggering comes up that was like since my childhood has triggered me. Like I still get triggered and then like I'm already back in like a normal state after just like 3 days of being away from home, where it used to take me like 3 months to get back to normal. So it's like you really come back to yourself and you just feel good being who you are. And you're like, this is not going to shake me. And it takes you into like problem solving mode way faster, where you're like, okay, how do I avoid this in the future? Rather than like, this is crippling me and like, I can't do anything about it. You know what I mean? So I just think like personally, you grow so much in like really becoming your own first choice and loving who you are despite your triggers that you've had for years. So
Thanks. Okay. Steph?
For me, the most beautiful and exciting growth I've experienced has to do with my richer life. For context, it's like threefold. I had 2 like massive goals that I wanted to hit. And then I had my richer project, which we came up with together with Mackenzie. The goals were I really wanted to have like my dream Spanish villa, where I had like a cute courtyard oasis. And it was just such a freaking vibe. I really wanted to be a mom and get pregnant. And then my richer project is that I really wanted to create more memories. I wanted to go on more dates, adventures with my wife and just create more intentional time, especially if we were going to start a family, because I'm like, that's going to be chaotic. So I want to be able to like really ground in our relationship and just like have fun and like live my life while having this business that I don't need it to take over my entire life. Right. As you can probably see, I'm packing. So we bought a place. It is so freaking exciting. Like I did not think that was going to be possible. For context, again, it is not the Spanish villa, but we're going to make it into a Spanish villa. We're decorating. I have like a big closed-in patio. It's going to be so freaking gorgeous. I'm pregnant. And for the richer project, I started with a goal to do like 1 date a week. And I was like, it could be small, right? Like I put so much pressure for an entire year to try and make my richer life so like intense. Like I'm going to take days off, go on winery tours, go to the beach and like all this shit. And I was putting so much pressure on myself for it to be perfect. And instead I released so much of that and started to go towards this like richer project goal in a more imperfect way. And since then, I know in the workshop, Mackenzie said that I've hit like over 50 dates. It's been 83 dates in 6 months. Like that's freaking wild. Like that's 83 new memories. It's definitely 100% richer, not 25% richer. And it's all like, it's such a weird mix. Like sometimes it's fancy dinners. Sometimes it's literally us sitting at McDonald's for like an hour or two, just like bonding and talking about our days and venting about God knows what. Sometimes it's trying new activities like cross-country skiing. I go Latin dancing for like 5 to 8 hours, like at least once a week, even while pregnant, which is a lot less dancing now, but it's mind blowing. Nature walks, boat days, like it's honestly so freaking nice. Like I have a little bit of goosebumps right now. I'm so happy, and I'm working way less hours, like on average, anywhere between like 1 to 3 to 5 tops hours a day. And it's just like, this is my life. Like I get to have the business and just be happy every single day. I wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you so much, Mackenzie. It's been freaking life changing.
I've chilled. I was like, I didn't know you were 83. Holy crap.
I know.
I love that. Okay. Thank you for sharing, Steph. Michaela.
Hi. So my most beautiful growth. Okay. I started Unlimited a year ago and I just enough not enough was just like my go-to phrase. I didn't feel good enough. I didn't think I was good enough in business for my clients, in my relationship, just to like achieve my goals. I was like, nope, not me, couldn't be me. I'm just not enough. Anything I think Mackenzie said to me, she's like, why do you feel so? I was like, I'm not enough. I don't know enough. It just was so frustrating. And now we're just sitting a year later, which is crazy. I think I posted on Slack the other day. I was like, Mick from a year ago would be like, what the fuck? Like, it's just like, I'm like, even just a different person, but not a different person, just a more evolved, confident, beautiful version of myself that I've like been craving. And I've like gone from working with like any client that would come my way because I was just like so desperate to have that validation of, oh, I have clients, or just like sign a client, to now confidently signing clients at like 5 times the rate because I just believe that I am good enough. And I became my first choice. I was like, nah. I like Mackenzie listed those questions out to me not long ago. And I was like, yeah, duh, yes, And like Michaela, you're going to be like, maybe, I don't know. So like, it's just like growing into the person you know, or like I've grown into the person I knew I could be. And it's just beautiful and exciting. And now, even in my relationship, I was like, oh, I don't know about this. Now my girlfriend and I are living in Thailand together. Like, it's just ridiculous what's happened in such a short space of time. So it's just so beautiful and expansive and mind-blowing.
Yeah, everyone, a lot can change in a year. A lot can change in a year. Okay. And then I think this one is really helpful for everyone here, of just to hear from them. So like I obviously in this workshop put what I think is most helpful of concepts to reach your goals, but I want you to hear from them. What do you think as a client has contributed most to your growth towards your goal? So let's do Michaela, Danny, Danielle, and Beth. Michaela, why don't you just keep going since you just spoke?
Okay. I think the biggest thing that's contributed to my growth is literally just being vulnerable and being willing to come in and share and get coached. I don't think I've ever held back. I come in, I talk about business, personal life, relationship, friendships, work. I have a full-time job at the moment, and just like anything and everything. And I'm willing to come in and just like put my heart on the line. And then the beauty is that it just is held and it's safe, and you get to just exist in that space. So it's just, for me, the growth is just being willing to face my fears as well, and face my what ifs, my no, this means I'm a failure, and just face it head on and realize that like nothing means anything about myself unless I make it mean something about myself. And that's it. It's just being, for me, it's being vulnerable, showing up for myself and showing up to get coached, and just being here.
Thank you. Okay, Beth, what about you?
So for me, it was definitely like identity work. I was like, I think Brenda back in the thing, but like I told myself like debt was a life sentence, like these schools weren't happening for 10 years, like what was other ones that I said? I wrote them down earlier, but I don't remember. But I just remembered like being this scared little teacher. Like I started teaching high school at 22. So like I had kids that were 20 years old and I was 22, like listen to me, and they're like, okay. And I don't look 30 now. So like when I was 22, I looked like I was 16. So it did not help at all. And I just imagined myself like being this terrified little girl for so long. And like, especially when I hit 30, like it was such a big thing, because it was just like, you're like a woman now. And like, you still view yourself like this petrified little like person. And like the identity shifts that I've had with Mackenzie from like working through everything and just changing the stories I tell about myself, even in the most minute way. Like I was talking with a friend the other day, and like sometimes I'm really awkward, and I just was like, what if being awkward just like makes people feel safer, like makes them feel like they're okay because they're awkward too? Like, what if it's not a detriment? What if it's like a benefit to me? And like that's actually why I'm like such a people person. And so like it's the little like identity shifts that have happened, like big and small, through this whole process that has like impacted me so much.
I love that. Thank you. Danielle, what about you?
Again, everything. I will always say this, everything. And I think it's just beautiful because when I say everything, I mean everything. Whatever you need, you find in Unlimited. Like what's contributed most for me is like having something always. Like there's people in there, there's 2 calls a week. When I show up to get coached, I show up to get coached. And even if I don't, there's other people getting coaching that I can then integrate into my own life and feel so much better. I don't know. I've owned a business for 7 years and I thought I wanted to burn it all down and run away for the hills. And I fell back in love with my business because of, I think, the first video in the Unlimited curriculum. I watched that probably 7 billion times, and it's still just everything I need to move forward. So like literally everything about it.
I love that. Okay. Last question for everyone on the panel. Let's just make this cute, short, because I know it's getting late for some people. What would you tell someone sitting here watching the replay, anything like that, who's considering Unlimited? So Steph, you're first on my thing. Why don't you go first?
Sounds good. What I would say is honestly, do it, because a lot of the focus, you heard a little bit about this before. It's not about just a strategy. It's actually mostly not even strategy. It's about building so much freaking confidence and trusting yourself and doing things your way for life and business. So like all of a sudden you just feel so freaking unstoppable. It's just so freaking empowering to be able to make your own decisions and trust yourself. That's it.
Love that. Okay, Beth, what about you?
I would just say, like, if you really want to bet on yourself, like, this is it. Like, please come, because like
oh no, did Beth go away again? Okay, Michaela, do you want to go in the meantime?
Yeah, always the worst timing. I want to say do it, but even if you're scared. So I want to say do it scared, because I was terrified. I literally went to Mackenzie, I was like, I will be the one who ruins your 100% success rate. I was so wrong. It was ridiculous, because it's just not possible. So do it scared.
I love that. Thank you. Okay, Beth, continue.
I was just saying that, like, bank on yourself and bet on yourself. If you're wanting to do that, do it, because like the goals are fun and they're like exciting to hit, but like really and truthfully, like becoming your own first choice, like all the things Mackenzie says, those like personal wins are so much bigger in like the long run. And so like, if you're ready to bank on yourself, like just.
Thanks. Okay. Destiny?
Yeah, so I remember feeling like Unlimited sounded way too good to be true. I thought the way the community showed up, her results, all of it, I thought it was a scam. I was like, how is this possible? But after joining, late as fuck I might add. Oh, also, can I curse? Awkward. Anyway, because I was so hesitant, like beforehand, realizing that like it is very, very, very much so true. I needed to take the leap to be able to experience this level of healing, this level of growth, this level of community. Mackenzie cares so deeply about you. The community cares so deeply about you. There's literally no way you cannot be successful. Like, absolutely no way. All you have to do is show up. Show up to a call, maybe show up once a week in a Slack message, but like, just do it. Like, if you're feeling the pull, just do it. Don't drag your feet. Don't like overthink it. Just do it.
I remember Destiny sat here the time I had a webinar, and she was very engaged in the Q&A, and she didn't even join. She didn't join Unlimited, and she ended up joining after. But yeah, she was very afraid it was too good to be true. And look at, you heard her. Okay, amazing. Ailey, what about you?
Just a repeat of what everyone has said, like it really is incredible. And I also think the biggest thing that held me back was I felt like I wasn't going to fit in. You know, I was going to be too different, too weird, insert whatever it is that you feel like you're not going to fit in this community. There's a space for you. And I also think just like Mackenzie is so good at like personalizing even like her coaching style. Like I know she can be like more gentle when she's coaching me than some other people that can take like the more hardcore coaching, but it's like you will be celebrated and supported whatever way you need to be. And I think that is so important, especially with group coaching programs. It's not cookie cutter. It's not like one size fits all, or like I'm going to force you to do something a certain way. Like it is so personalized to you, and you're so welcome here.
I love that. Yeah. Even just looking at who's left here. Yes, I very much will. I will see you. I will hear you. I will change my coaching for you. I regularly have to tell Beth. I'm tough on Beth, like Danielle, who's about to talk. Sometimes Danielle she'll show up and be like, I'm not getting coached today. And I'm like, yes, you are. With that comment, you are. And then it always works out. And so I will very much cater to whatever it is you need to succeed most.
Okay, Danielle, do you want to go to what would you tell someone?
I literally only have one thing to say, and I want you to just understand again, I'm not a paid actor. It is
No one's
it
paid.
it is literally impossible not to succeed here. That's it. It's impossible not to.
I love that. Okay, amazing. Thank you to my clients who are willing to come here. For some of them, it is like literally 3 a.m. So I really appreciate it. Hey, thank you so much for listening. It means the world. I feel so special every time you guys message me and tell me how much you love this podcast. So thank you for listening. And if you really, really love the podcast, I would love, it would mean the world to me if you could take a screenshot, share it on your stories, tag me, and just let other people know so that they can build their confidence right alongside you. And if you haven't heard, I'm sure I've said it, but the doors to Unlimited are officially open. This is my signature program for female founders and ambitious women ready to build audacious self-belief in the skills for them to create their version of unrealistic success on repeat. This program is known for women becoming a minimum of 25% financially and emotionally richer. It is now a year-long program, so you get a year access of the curriculum, which people binge more than Netflix. You get a year of coaching with me. We have 2 calls per week. You get access to the Richer Project for a year and to our absolutely unmatched community. And so if you apply before July 13th, you're eligible to get a 2-hour VIP intensive bonus with me. And the doors are open all of the way until July 25th, but we always sell out the first week. And so make sure you apply before then. We would absolutely love to have you for a year now. And so thanks again for listening. Make sure to share on your stories, and I can't wait to welcome you inside of Unlimited.